DIY.
DIYers, I put a poll up here on my YouTube today, and I asked you guys, what did you guys want a reaction of? The first choice was Drake versus Joe Budden. The next one was the Impossible Patty freestyle by Ray Vaughn, and the last one was a personal favorite of mine, the new project by Alchemist, 2 Chainz, and of course Larry June. Overwhelmingly, you guys said you wanted to hear about this Drake versus Joe Budden. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him. You OVOers come to my damn account and you say, must be nice that Drake is paying all your bills. Is he? Does he edit? Tell this nigga to get over here and start editing. I don't get it. Anyways, I know it's because he's still the most popular pop rapper of all time. Well, not all time. In this era. Let's just say this era, okay? We're not going to shade him like that. But every time we try to move on, he does this really weird narcissistic thing, allegedly, of making it all about him once again. But today, I don't know if this is the good pub that he thought it was going to be. Let's start here, because Joe Budden just lit his ass up. Oh, buddy. He just, first of all, if you don't know what a Finsta is, good job. You in the right place. Hold on. Let me readjust myself here. What the hell am I doing up here? Hold on. Let me get this right. There we go. If you've never heard what a Finsta is, congratulations. You in the right place.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Apparently, a Finsta is a place that you post anonymously under a different name on social media, specifically on Instagram. It's where you get off your passive aggressive, you're not for your main account thoughts. And apparently this whole time, it's not my first time hearing it. Apparently he's been posting. He's been posting. He just put this up before he went live. I'm not even going to talk about that. But he posted something on his Finsta account that is just, I think it's his version of a Canadian Tumblr. I think it's his version. He's posting up things like a Tumblr girl. Anyways, no offense to the Tumblr ladies. He posted this, and Joe Budden didn't like it. For whatever reason, in the midst of all this celebration going on about the Super Bowl and things like that, he posted this video of Joe Budden getting outside of his car, and Lil Wayne's in the background, let it all work out. No caption, by the way. Not going to play the music, but basically Joe gets out the car. And, don't really know why. I guess Joe would have a much better idea. The angle's not, as some people pointed out, it's not my damn business. Some people pointed out, oh man, it's showing his beer belly, man. What you doing that for? What you trying to show? What's the point here? Like, really, what's the point here? I could assume and say, okay, are you just trying to bait him before podcast day, right? Or before pod day, as they say, when they release their action, or when they record their pod. Maybe he wants to get back in the news because he got an album dropping, taking something out of the old Kanye West playbook. With that said, on his Finsta, he posted this weird ass video. No explanation. Joe Budden didn't like it. Not one bit. Joe Budden said he responds to Drake posted him on his Finsta. Among the things that he said in this video is, don't shoot back at me now that you ice cold. I'm not doing a back and forth with a corpse. Jesus!
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Take the pod! 99 niggas and jumped on your ass. You out here smoking hookah in turquoise boots. What? Joe, you gotta elaborate, bro. What'd he do?
But yes, for me, game over at the top says it's the bowl. It's over.
Yeah.
It is over. And I'm glad to, because I'm done.
I'm tired of it.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
I don't think it'll ever be done just because of the significance of the
You and I both, Joe. Go sit down. Just go sit down. You've done enough. Just go sit down somewhere.
battle in fucking hip hop history. But
This
I
was
think
the
we can done.
this was the cumulative moment that everybody was waiting for.
I think we can be done with the hyper analyzing of shit.
That's what I'm saying.
You know that rappity rap.
In regards to
Hey, Drake, don't shoot at me now that you ice cold. I'm not doing it back and forth with a corpse.
Jesus.
Come on, man.
I wanted to do it when you was lit. It was fun. Don't go get shot all through the year and then pop up like Bernie at Weekend at Bernie's wanting to shoot at me now. No, nigga.
Weekend at Bernie's? In case y'all wasn't outside or you wasn't born, it's kind of a 90s reference. Weekend at Bernie's, by the way, was this movie. It's a classic, but it's still a dumbass movie if you ask me. Weekend at Bernie's was the idea of a dead man that for some reason these two white guys was taking around the city because they went to, I don't know, I forget, it's been a long time. 1989, actually. They go around the city and apparently Bernie's dead. Bernie's dead. But for some reason when the music plays, this nigga gets up and starts dancing. You wonder where the Bernie came from? The Bernie... That's what we talking about right now. Hold on. This context.
This win was fabulous. We had a great time. Oh, hi, guys.
As he had guests in his house, they propped his dead body up. As he had guests in his house, they propped his dead body up. Do you hear what I just said? Hold on, let me get this mouse. They propped this man's dead body up. Is it starting to ring a bell a little bit? I can't show too much of this. I just want to give you context.
Love you, darling. Just love you.
The whole hour and 30-minute movie, he's dead. He said, I don't want to talk to no Weekend at Bernie's. I don't want to talk on no silly.
Go spin. Spin the fucking block. This fucking nigga. Are you crazy? I'll save it. But I just seen that shit. Is he crazy? Nigga.
He know it's pod day.
He know it's pod day. Oh.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Let me ask you this. For the people who believe all publicity is good publicity, how's that been going for you as an OVO fan over the last year? Still feel like you're winning? Maybe is it time to revisit this idea that all publicity is not good publicity? You know, like having millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people screaming out A minor. You ever think that some of the pub might be a little bit damaging to the overall brand? Am I talking too logical? Okay.
99 niggas done jumped on your ass. You out smoking hookah in turquoise boots.
What you talking about, Joe? Ain't no way this nigga out in Australia in turquoise. This nigga's dressing like he would dress a son.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Well, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Those boots are indeed turquoise. They got some rain boots. Where do you find a pair of turquoise boots? Where do you find a pair of turquoise boots? And then say to yourself, yeah, what the hell just happened? What'd I do? Okay, my bad. I just pushed the button. Where the hell do you find turquoise boots? And you say, yeah, those are the ones. Size 12, please. The matching hat I'm not concerned with because Amazon got everything. What are we doing? This nigga ain't got no socks on neither. That shit bothers me because boots musty as hell. Continue, Joe.
Don't post me. Nigga, go get your fucking lick back. Fucking bitch.
That's how you really feel.
He called him a effing B. Why you go messing with Joe? Why leave Joe alone? What we doing?
You feel like I feel. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I hate to do that to y'all. Put y'all in a position.
Who y'all?
Well, no, I ain't no position.
I know y'all like him.
You still know y'all?
I still like him.
I don't.
Yeah, you
I
still
don't
know
care.
y'all?
I'm buying that album Friday.
Yeah, I'm not buying the album, but not buying the
You're
album.
not buying the album?
I'm not a party fan. Y'all know that.
Oh, the album. In case you guys did not know, he just put out the album cover and the track listing for his album with P&D. What is it called? Is it called what is it called? It's called Some Sexy Songs. Yep. And when you thought the Finsta, we're not done with that Finsta, by the way, but let's talk about the album since they brought it up right now. Let's talk about the album. Party Next Door and Drake collaboration album is going to be the first official release since all this stuff went down, the lawsuits with UMG, the issues with Kendrick. This is supposed to be an album that says, hey, man, like, I'm going to prove to you guys that I'm still the king. I'm going to prove to you guys I'm no colonizer. Well, he's doing it in an awfully weird way. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man. I met Freddie Gibbs a few times. Cool as hell, man. Cool as hell. And somebody who's in his independence has been very, very strong in his branding. And if you know anything about his branding, you know this man's going to always have the rabbits, and he's going to have these dollar signs as part of his title. Would you believe it if I told you that Freddie Gibbs accuses Drake and Party Next Door of copying from his album title and cover art?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Of course you'd believe it because you've been on this channel long enough. Do you see this? This is a project by Freddie Gibbs called Sold Separately. Some Sexy Songs for You. With the rabbits and the rabbit, and actually the title of the project with nothing but dollar signs as S's. Like even if he didn't intend to, where is your staff? Where is your staff to tell you, nah, out of respect for your peers, you probably shouldn't go there unless you get the okay from Freddie, right? That's part of his branding. No, he just chooses to take that because he thinks he can. But I don't think he understands it's a new climate where people are calling him out on this shit and they're not worried about being blackballed because he got some bigger issues to worry about. In a few videos, I'll explain that phrase. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I keep doing it. This is another person that was a fan of Freddie Gibbs that said, this is another example of why niggas don't F with Drake. He stole Gibbs' entire branding. I hope this brings hella eyes to Sold Separately because it's a classic. Even Freddie Gibbs himself took it a certain way. He said, damn, even stole the rabbits too. I'm flattered. I can just hear this in his voice. These niggas even stole the rabbits too. I'm flattered. I can hear his voice. Saying that shit. It's like one of the funniest niggas on here. Okay, well, you know what? It happens all the time in rap because we're all borrowing from one another, right? Right? Maybe he's innocent. Maybe Drake's innocent. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce a gentleman named John River. John River is a Canadian citizen, a Canadian rapper at that. He's not too happy about this album cover by P&D and Drake either. Well, why would he be mad about it? Do you notice any similarities? Nah, y'all reaching, bro. Like it's a monument out there, bro. Like, does somebody own that you can't take a picture? Yeah, it goes a little bit deeper than that. So this was actually posted not to his Finsta, but his actual account. John River, the artist we just talked about, said Party Next Door wanted to get on a call after my video went viral in the country for his song. On this call that lasted around 2 hours, he told me he watched the video 20 times and me in front of the Monroe Towers, as they're seen right there, was labeled new, innovative, and iconic. Why are you getting attention instead of me is exactly what he said. P&D told the young up-and-coming artist, why are you getting attention instead of me? What? For over an hour, he then told me and tweeted, then deleted, that I needed to always pay him homage. You're young and you don't want to get blackballed, is what he said. So when I said that people didn't want to call out Drake earlier before, not because they are just jumping on his back and didn't want to, say something earlier. No. When I said that these folks were afraid of being blackballed, this is a real thing. You understand that's a real thing, right? There's an obvious blackball. There's a soft blackball. Hey, there's a type of blackballing in the industry where nobody has to flat out say it, but when somebody says, I'm cool on him, all of a sudden, those phone calls don't get answered anymore. All of a sudden, you get blocked out. I've been a part of that conversation before. I've seen it happen firsthand. So He goes on to say the rest of the call, he was fixated on every aspect and detail of my video, the towers, and my vision for the city. Multiple people were present. I told him I respect his music, but homage was strange. Next slide. He says, when another OVO artist asked to sit down, he also began asking in depth about me, the Monroe Towers, as you saw on his cover, my thought process, and all of my future music plans surrounding them. He then asked if I'd write for them, to which I said no. They were recruiting writers again. Allegedly, he never spoke to or saw me again personally. This started when I was a teen. No. They not like us. No. They not like us. What? Wait. I just wanted to see Serena. No. This started when I was a teen and has been happening up until as recently as 6 months ago under the guise of admiration. I got 12 texts on Tuesday around noon, and then I saw Party Next Door cover, and I instantly knew what had happened and been happening. He goes on to say, I would never claim a freestanding building as my own, the one he's in front of. Telling someone after obsessing over their work you want to be involved, dissecting it, being rejected, and then stealing their identity and reselling it as your own is insane. But it's very common. I've had that happen to me many a times, and you just got to do like this. Because if you do it at the wrong time, it's like the accusers of the dealer. If they do it at the wrong time, people look at you like, what's up with you? You mentally okay? And they start attacking you, and all of a sudden you getting hell from different places. You don't know where it's coming from. But I've had it happen where somebody asked me a bunch of questions about what I did musically, a bunch of questions about what I did with content, and before I know it, these niggas are doing the same exact thing next week with not an iota of credit. They act like I don't even exist. I'll leave a comment on it like, man, it's good to see you do your thing. Glad you took the advice. Delete. That's what they do. Taking this further or any other direction will be painted as crashing out. I don't want anything. The Bible says, speak truth against injustice. Defend the poor and fear no man. I don't care about anything else. You know, I think about Mr. Hotspot, another God-fearing man who asked them, I don't want to have my song be sampled on that Super Soaker song with Lil Yachty and Drake. Could you please take it down? What do? They released it officially. He asked him, could you take the cursing out? I would prefer my music, not be used by you. Do you still think this colonizing thing is a reach? Have you ever read, was you asleep in history class? You probably was, huh? That's cool. I get it. No, I don't. He says, everybody says don't sell your soul in this music industry, and yet when you speak up against something clearly immoral and wrong, they rush to protect the same predators they warn you about. Bars.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I love my city. They know where I'm headed, and I believe in my potential. Nothing else needs to be said. So he put these things on his account. Shout out to Ken Morale for putting this on my radar. He then went on to say something else. Where's it at? Is it up here? He did have a post. I don't know if I have the post still up here. No worries. Let's keep it moving. Boy, oh boy. This damn Finsta account is going to go down in history as another crucial misstep since the battle. And I'm saying this with a very serious tone because I don't think he understands what's going on. Like, if you don't know who this is also posted to his Finsta. Well, Hot New Hip Hop says Drake receives ominous warning from fans after posting Lucian Grange's daughter-in-law on his Finsta.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
The same head of UMG that he's currently trying to sue. You know how I read this? You never had a case. You still don't have a case. You are grabbing for straws right now. That's why Lucian Grange and Dr. Dre can high-five each other in broad daylight at night at the Grammys. Because they're not worried about this lawsuit. You have nothing to stand on. You're not taking on a machine. You just can't sit with your ego long enough and take some accountability. They go on to explain what's going on here. They say Drake has been trolling on his Plot Twist Instagram page. Imagine that. The once famous rapper we once knew is now paranoid and spiraling and using a Finsta account to troll people. On some real shit. I know there's some dudes in here who are kind of probably on the fence about. Does that feel like real men behavior to you? Like leadership quality behavior to you? Don't seem like leadership behavior to me, because look at the way that the artists that are under him, that look to him as the boss of that situation, look at how they're acting with the young artist from Canada, John Rivers. Continue. It says, Sophia Richie Grange wearing an OVO shirt on his Plot Twist Instagram page on Tuesday. Sophia is the only person Drake is following on the account. That's not weird. The Toronto rapper is currently suing Universal Music Group for defamation over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us diss track. Posting Sophia is resulting in mixed reactions on social media, with many concerned about his safety. I'm starting to get the hint that I don't think Drake ever learned what F around and find out is, one fan said. Others complained about the behavior. Bro only goes after women. Such a P is crazy. That's a crazy statement, by the way. Can't use that as okay. Another added, I wish they would treat Drake the way they do Act for continuously going after and attacking women. Drake previously shared a photo of himself with Serena Williams, former manager, on the Instagram page. Oh yeah, he's not done. He's still doing weird shit. And that's his response to seeing Serena Crip walking at the Super Bowl. He posts her former manager. What is he trying to win? And what's the prize? Real question. What? The tennis star had joined Kendrick Lamar at the stage at the Super Bowl halftime show on Sunday. Check out Drake's latest social media antics. This is insane. You want to play around with the family of the label that you're suing? To me, I feel like when you sue somebody, it says that you feel like you're at a disadvantage and that you have to get the law involved because you don't have enough power to stop what they're doing. What are you doing? Where are your friends at? Ryan Nice brought this up because it's not the only time he's done it. He's done it many a times. Whenever he's at war with somebody, he loves to go find the women to attack first. That's how you get to another man. Don't address him directly. Address the woman in his life. That sound like leadership quality to you? Interesting. He reminds us, Mos Def said Drake wasn't hip-hop, and Drake's response to that was follow his freshly 18-year-old daughter.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
No, they not like us. No, they not like us. What? They not like us. No, they not like us. No, they not like.
I'm pretty sure the chat can remind me of more situations. Let's go down the line. Pusha T's wife, during their back and forth, became his weapon of choice, right? Kendrick Lamar's his fiance became a part of that proxy war, whatever you want to call it. Who else we got? Halle Berry asked him not to use her face with the slime for his artwork, and he did that anyways. Meg the Stallion, he went after. And now another young lady that just so happens to be Lucien Grange's daughter-in-law. This is Rihanna, the Kardashians, Serena Williams. All folks in different situations. Georgia Smith, LeBron's wife. Golly,
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I didn't know Justin Bieber's wife. Nigga, what are we doing? How can you stand up as a man and defend this fuck nigga behavior? How do you sit here and defend this? What kind of... Oh, I forgot, because the music that you've been listening to over the last 15 years has did something really, really interesting. It's focused on just him. Wait a minute. Somebody actually posted this. I want to share this with you. Somebody made a really good point, and I said, you know what? Thank you for saying this. Let me go back to my mentions. They said, isn't it interesting how Drake makes music about himself, and his reaction to situations. And Kendrick tends to talk about where he's from. He tends to talk about the people that are in that environment, family, and then the ways that he's affected by this very same environment. I don't know if I'm going to find that, but I would love to find that to give this person credit because I thought it was a really good point that they made. Might not find it. Nonetheless, hold on. Let me switch windows real quick because I think I might have saved it. Give me a little second, DIYers. Boy, oh boy. Old turquoise boots. Turquoise and got the turquoise boots with the ring and the fur. I just found it. In the club looking at her. At the floor in Australia. Should have got turquoise. He deserves all this shit. Shout out to Jay Scott. He said Drake's music is all about himself and how it affects him. Me. Kendrick's music, all about how it affects his community, his kids, his family, and then himself. Oh, no. You said stop covering him? No. We're going to make sure that he gets the attention that he wants. It's not the one that he needs. It's the attention that I'm sure he's probably not. He going to get this attention. He going to get all it. Don't worry about it. Don't you even worry about it. Kurt got this. He's not the only one glitching out. Boy, oh boy. Y'all wanted me to do a whole video about this. I can't even bring myself to do a whole video about this. Cenat. I thought it was interesting that he did an interview before the Super Bowl where he was talking to, I believe, one of these platforms about why he finally came to the conclusion that Drake lost to Kendrick. It seemed like he was trying to kind of spin the conversation into let's finally focus. You know what? Let's give Kendrick his props. A lot of the streamers that are in his circle seem to be like, I don't really want to do that because I don't want to ruin my relationship. Matter of fact, a friend of his and Aiden Ross did the stream with Drake. It seems like they kind of teeter the fence, right? Billboard interview. Thank you, Marvin. A Billboard interview. Well, did you know that he made this video during a live stream after the Super Bowl, and he made some really ignorant comments, and I can't wait to highlight these. Kai, bro, you was one of my favorites out here. I thought you was different. Check this out.
Okay, oh my God, they add sound effects to the NFL shit. Oh my fucking God. All right, so right here, there was no sound. I just heard crowd sounds. All my life right here, there was no sounds. Fuck, they add crowd effects? I did not know that. Kendrick Lamar came out. Word to my mother. If anybody was there, y'all knew it was. Y'all knew it. Y'all felt it. Crowd was making no noise. This is me being honest. I was there. The loudest times that they made, the loudest time that the crowds did was, I think, him being shown for the first time, SZA, Samuel Jackson being shown for the first time, and then They Not Like Us.
Can I ask a question to Kai and anybody who thinks that he's making a great point? Since when has an audience full of beer-chugging, team enthusiastic individuals who came to, in a literal jersey, who came to a football game to see their team win a Super Bowl, since when have they been the tastemakers of hip-hop culture?
Somebody gonna have to
The fuck are we doing? Since when has a nigga eating a glizzy at a football game been the person that we need to consult about whether or not something is good in hip hop culture? That's the problem. Drake is a symptom of the problem, an amplification of the problem. Some of these streamers are a reflection of the problem. Since when have we give a fuck about an NFL being the representation of what's popular in our music? Our music. We care. Nigga, I used to go to football games all the time. My grandpapa used to take me back when the Chargers was in Qualcomm Stadium, right? Back when it was Jim Hacksaw Hamilton. Back in them days, right? Grandpa used to take me there. It's a crazy environment. And it's sometimes, even though the league is 70% black, it can sometimes get a little bit racist. Come on, boy, get up there. Man, he don't run fast. Come on, boy. It can, especially, I'm talking about like the late 90s, it can get a little weird. So to once again, and I went to a game where it was I've been to an LA Raiders versus a Kansas City Chief. You want to see some racist shit? Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not saying that to say that all football fans are racist. That's not true. My wife loves football. She's a big Steelers fan, so she wasn't watching this game. But with that said, when have they been the fucking tastemakers? Why do we give a shit? See, this is the shit we're talking. Why do we care about what football fans think of Kendrick Lamar? What do we win? What do we win? You know what? That Kendrick Lamar, that boy's a good-ass rapper. I'll tell you that right now. Thank you. Oh, thank you for liking me. Thank you for liking us. Oh, my God, I just didn't understand if I was good enough until you fucking told me. Nigga, light this shit up. Kai, you dead-ass wrong, bro. And here's the thing about it. I got something else to say before we figure out why he doing all of this, because there's a why. There's a why to this. Look at this. When did you become a specialist about television?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Fandom can blind you into making you believe that you know everything, a little bit of something about everything. When did you go take a TV production class? How do you know? You were at the game. Were you in the editing room? Did you help them with Adobe Premiere? Did you tell them, what you doing? Oh, y'all no, you didn't. This is crazy to me. But I always understand it comes from somewhere. It always comes from somewhere. There's always a source of this. But I had to make that point. The thing he doesn't understand, as somebody who has been around audio, as somebody who edits audio every single day, especially when I've had my music placed with Justin Timberlake and Levi's, and I understand there are things called a TV mix. What they need to understand, and he, of course, doesn't understand this as he's the #1 streamer in the world, but it doesn't mean he's a genius at everything that ever existed. What you got to understand is this. There is an experience that is curated through the hundreds and hundreds of speakers and monitors that are for the live show. If you were to take a microphone, put it there on the stage, you're not going to get the same clean audio that you would get on television. That's why there's a TV edit. For the people at home, most people don't want to hear the crowd and them interrupting, seeing one of the favorite artists there. There's a reason why after Kendrick Lamar got off the stage, 1.3 million people left. They saw what they came to saw. They saw what they came to see, I should say. TV does this on purpose. They don't add sounds. They just give you access to sounds. And somebody knew at that control board, when it comes to that A minor, let's make sure we give access to the crowd because it's going to be loud. But for the most part, it's about the artistic vision. Have you ever thought to yourself, maybe he asked that it's less crowd and more of the actual performance because he cares about art? I'm sorry, you stupid asses don't care about art. That's crazy. You're more concerned about a beer belly, beer chugging Chiefs fan telling you what's real hip hop. That's just crazy to me, bro. But y'all different. I get y'all shit off. What I didn't know until I saw this was that TDE's manager, H. Wood, says that Cenat was not allowed in Kendrick Lamar's suite.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
It's always something. Big Dog went in there and was like, "Hey man, can I see Kendrick Lamar? Yeah, tell him it's Kai. It's Kai. Yeah, that should be good. It's Kai. And that's why Kai is saying that the NFL added crowd noise to the halftime show, and that crowd wasn't loud. Parents, be careful letting your kids follow these followers. He still got time. He's still young. Still got time. But I think that so many kids are convinced that these kids are followers because they're the loudest and the most popular, and they do numbers, and they make a lot of money. Money don't turn you into a leader. Money amplifies what you were before you got the money. You still got to develop that. Got to go through your hard knocks. H. Wood said, this nigga mad because he didn't get access to Dot Suite. I was there. That's what it is.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
As somebody that's been around the industry for 20 years, let me tell you this. Beefs can happen from moments just like that. I'm talking about 10+ year beefs can happen because, oh, you played me. I can't come back there. I'm the biggest. Why do you think you're entitled to access to anybody? Especially somebody who's been doing this a lot longer than you, who's been in the limelight longer than you. Why do you think you're entitled to that? Because you got a lot of subscribers? Not everybody values vanity metrics. You know what's funny? Kendrick rapped about the vanity metrics and how much he doesn't value those. He values the integrity. Why the hell I want to see your ass before I go on a Super Bowl? Why the hell I want to talk to you? I'm here with the people that I came up with. That's enough for me. I got my family. I don't need that extra energy in here. Wow. He deleted the post, by the way, too.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I just imagine Kai walking up to the damn hotel and he's like, hey man, can I see Kendrick? Nah, not right now. For like a few minutes, a few seconds? Nah, peace out. Hey yo, chat. Shout out to my guy LaRussell one time. That's not him, but shout out. I talked to him this morning. Couple minutes, just wanted to tap in, see how he's doing and all that good stuff. LaRussell was a guest on Bag Fuel, and they asked him some very specific questions that I think wrapped this whole thing together like a really neat bow. He put this in a really great context in a way that folks of the culture, of that cloth, would understand. It's called LaRussell. Drake and Diddy, big mistake is the yes men that are around them. What do you mean?
Do you think the best place should be for Drake? Because now pretty much he has to essentially be an independent artist. Mm-hmm. If we are to assume, what do you think he should go do going forward? Or is his...
If you don't know, LaRussell is one of the biggest independent artists in the game right now. He has his own family-owned business in a good company. He has a pergola in his backyard that he does sold-out shows from. I had an opportunity to go interview him. That interview was on this channel. When it comes to what's happening in the future of independence and the future of DIYers, this is somebody you want to listen to, okay? He's also somebody that's an investor of the platform Even. Shout out to Mag and them. So this is why they're asking him about what can Drake do if he decides to go independent, because he has no choice now. You posting daughter-in-laws of Lucian Grange. You better hope you got your vocal cords after all of this. You better hope you still got a hairline after all of this. It could get tricky.
Mind ready to be an independent artist because there's no machine.
Yeah, I think Drake's in a interesting state in his journey. It's one of those Klay Thompson things where it's like, wow, it's bigger than...
He compared him Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is an NBA player that played for the Golden State Warriors, and he decided to leave this legendary franchise to go off on his own journey, and he ended up going to the Dallas Mavericks. He has not made nearly the amount of noise as being there in the epicenter of Silicon Valley in the Bay Area. And, he had his own reasons why he wanted to step out, but he compares him to Klay Thompson, who was a part of the Splash Brothers. You might have heard that before with Steph Curry.
Just getting on the court and playing because it's like a nigga going through life shit.
In front of our face.
Publicly, and he being crucified publicly, you feel me? And like, that's a tough battle to go through because you feel like the world against you, but it's also like it's part of what you've cultivated as well through your actions and through who you are and how you show up. It's like we all watch Drake go from Drake to.
Wait, Sophia is Lionel Richie's daughter, isn't it? Hello? He gonna pop up on the nigga like, hello? Was it me that needed the fade? Oh, no. Hello? Was it you that posted my daughter? Now I got to whoop your ass. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I can't hit them notes right now.
I'm sliding on niggas and my niggas got sticks in.
He's making a good point.
From actions and through who you are and how you show up. It's like we all watch Drake go from Drake to I'm sliding on niggas and my niggas got sticks in, you know? Like we all witnessed it. And when you grow up on the block and you witness a nigga do that, it's like,
that ain't
nigga,
you,
that
bro.
ain't. And everybody on the block, the OG homies gonna be like, bro, get back to that. You feel me? Like the niggas, if you got real niggas around you, they like, bro, this ain't even, that's not us.
Where are Drake's OGs? Making lotion commercials. Got it. I forgot.
That's not what you feel me? None of my niggas will let me do that and same vice versa. When we on certain, it's like, bro, what we doing? But I feel like that sometimes when you the top of the chain, like T is one of the few people who address me when I'm being negligent or not being a good person. And even she do it with caution because I'm at the top of the chain and she know like, you can't rattle a nigga a certain way, but you gotta have those people around you. And I feel like for Drake, he don't have that right now. And
it's pretty obvious to tell. A great point, LaRussell. Great point. It's pretty obvious to tell because the people who are around him are now the ones being questioned by the folks like John Rivers about, hey, did you talk to me on the phone? First of all, trying to press me for my ideas, and did you just take my ideas? Where you learn that kind of behavior from? Who's your OG? Who's the guy you look up to? I really hope this is a lesson for somebody. I really hope this is not the Ralph Tresvant syndrome. Sensitivity, a man like me. Don't do that to him. That was a different kind of sensitivity. He wasn't talking about this shit right here. He wasn't talking about this kind of sensitivity. I guarantee you. That was a different. Leave Ralph out of this. Ralph ain't do nothing wrong. Ralph ain't never put no lawsuit out on no rapper. Sensitivity, a man like me. Okay, I'm done.
And it sucked because I love that nigga. I love what he's provided to the culture and what he's given, but I've witnessed the demise. I listened to the newer music and it's like, man, this don't connect the same, bro. That's not you. Like you could feel that and you could sense it. Like, nigga, we all from the block. We know when it was like, bro,
come on,
you feel me? But I just like, you need that around you, and I don't know if he got that around him. And that's not to say his niggas don't love him. Like, I'm sure they have a deep care and regard for him, but you need a certain kind of nigga to love you, to be able to address you and correct you and pull you to the side. And
That's
be
a
like,
big chance. That's a chance people got to take, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm that guy, and it's lonely.
I want him to elaborate on that, but I do feel like at some point there were OGs around Drake under different circumstances that were telling him his every move because they did not want him to drop the ball. They needed him to make every move because some of them were financially invested in his rise and in who he would inevitably become. The only problem is those are not always OGs. Those sometimes are just YNs that got older. That's a little bit of an edit of what D1 said, but those are just YNs that got older. Some of them have not grown into their OG status. Some of them have just become older versions of the degenerate behavior they had when they was younger. OYNs is crazy, Iman. That is OYNs? That sounds like something you get checked when you go to the doctor. I'm going to see my OYN. Anyways, yeah, they OYNs, and they get in these situations where they don't know how to be OGs. I don't know why they don't know how to be I don't know who failed them, but so many of them want to be popping like the young ones. So many of them want to be relevant like the young ones. So many of them want the young ones to fear them, and they don't understand generation to generation is dealing with a different type of trauma that says, I'm not afraid of none of that shit. You know where I came from? You know who I came up under? You know the kind of tutelage I had? I don't care about none of that. Or not even tutelage, but you know the OGs I had from where I'm from? They don't do nothing to me. And I think we're seeing the first generation of folks that are like, I don't care what you did in the 80s and 90s. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. What you gonna do? You gonna trick yourself out of position for to prove a point? These young ones is different, bro. But the thing about it is I'm wondering how many of these OGs have tried to be in that position. And he said, I don't need anybody to tell me what to do if they're not making more money than me. That's funny. That was a Kanye line. I'm not going to take advice from you if you're not doing better than me. It's probably the reason he's crashing and burning right now, huh? I'm pretty sure some wisdom could have came from somebody in his life that is not as successful as him financially that could have helped him go a different direction than he did, but he chose his own. That's cool.
It's a tough feeling because people have definitely turned their back on me for being that guy. But in order for you to be that guy, you have to be financially stable. You have to be independent from the nigga who you are checking and addressing. It's a lot of things that come with that. And that's why people be talking about niggas that are yes men. I've never been a yes man, but do I understand when niggas gotta feed their family? Yeah, because these artist niggas, they be bugging. Not artist niggas, but niggas that have people that have power.
Influence.
Male and female. It's not artists.
Cooking.
That shit is such a man, I went to Puffy house a few years.
We'll let that one breathe. Because when I first saw it, I think I was like folding clothes. When he said that, I said, burp. No. Hear him out. Leave him alone. That's the homie. Leave him alone. But if that's the homie, I'm going to say the same thing if we in here right now. Yeah, one time I was at Puffy house. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I mean, he giving you context because at one point in time, like even Nipsey had a song with Puff. Like he wasn't always seen as the one we see him now. Like we got revisionist history. Give him an opportunity to explain the situation. All right, chill.
Years ago, right? And when I got there, I was greeted with so much love and energy by the staff. They was like, yo, Laura, you know, all this, because niggas fuck with me. Everybody love me, right? And throughout the day, like once we talking to Puff and shit, the whole staff energy is like different. Like everybody's walking on eggshells. Like
he was at the real Get Out set.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell.
Hey, what if Get Out was really just a crazy ass movie that was explaining somebody's experience of going to the honeycomb hideout? Okay, I'm sorry.
There was a point the chef came in and she was the first one when I walked in. She like, I love your shit. We want to come to the show. She came in. She wouldn't even look at us. No smile. Like niggas ain't smiling, laughing. And
she said, no. If you know, you know.
I'm a nigga. I'm me everywhere I go.
What's wrong with you?
Bro, we was on the way out. I told the nigga, I said, y'all niggas cool? Like, that was my,
and respect to him for calling it out. He's in the environment. And I can tell this is a brother that when he goes into a room, he's very aware of the energy of the room. Right? I'm the same way. I'm like, I'm here, but like, I'm very perceptive. He like, are y'all cool? Oh, yes, we're cool. Well, all right. Thank you for coming here.
Like, but it's like everybody around him, man, one of the niggas was like, man, this is my dream job. And I was like, damn, he never gonna tell him, like, he never gonna be real. He never gonna be like, bro, you gotta chill, cause like this ain't that's not okay. That's not how we communicate to people. That's not how we speak. That's not what we want. You feel me? When you don't have niggas around you who don't give a fuck about who you are.
This is for you.
What you are.
Tell me not to pause as much. You either start up a channel or go watch the video in its entirety. We're here for commentary. Go to your channel.
What you become is gonna be tough. That road gonna get rocky.
And
everybody can see it and sense it. And I was one of them niggas who like, man, he played me a record. It was the Act Bad record. It ended up coming out. He wanted me to write on it. Early, he played me the record and he was like, what you think? And I was like, I don't love it.
Me too.
He told him straight up, I don't love it. Shout out to La Russell. Shout out to La Russell. He told Diddy straight up. He played him a record, and he was like, man, I want to get you on something. And usually when people in that environment, especially when they're, building with somebody of that legendary status at the time, I'm sure, you pretty much, most artists would go in there and say, yes, sir, whatever you want me to get on, that's crazy. Whatever song you want me to get on, I surely do it. He said, no, I'm not feeling that.
I thought it was just me.
Look, I said it there. I said, I don't love it. The room went like
quiet.
My nigga posted up, he took a deep breath. He was like, what you don't love about it?
Oh, shit.
And
that shit must be terrifying. Imagine you in the studio with Diddy and he plays some shit that he proud of and you like, I'm not feeling it. This nigga say, what you not feeling about it? You know what that remind me of? I don't know, Ike. Your songs all sound the same. What you say? You say? What you say? That's the kind of energy that you gotta be careful of. You gotta be careful.
I was just like, I don't love it, and I didn't want to go into full detail because, like, I know how niggas' egos be, and there was niggas around, so I didn't give it to him. But after we left, we chopped. After we left, I sent him a long message, and I was telling him like, bro, you at a point in your journey, we know you had the bitches and the money and all that. Like, we need to hear your story. Like, nigga, you been through shit, trauma. Like, we need to hear the story. I was writing a record for him, and I'm rapping it, and he was like, man, that one too deep. Like, I'm trying to party. And it was just like, that energy.
La Russell wrote him a record. Russell writes really great, sticky, catchy records that are clear. They work on social media. They have many different functionalities. He wrote a verse for Puff, and he like, nah, that shit just sound like, I don't know, it sound like some shit that could feed somebody's soul. Shit, I'm trying to feed that ghost, you feel me? Trying to party type shit. Insane.
But what he needed, he didn't have.
He needed the Too Deep record at this point in his career, so you feel to connect to the younger people.
Man,
because
beyond
they don't
the
know
record,
nothing.
he just needed people around who like don't admire him in that same regard, who would be like, man,
I don't like it.
Vulnerability.
I don't.
That part. And nobody's above criticism. Nobody's above criticism. Here's some final thoughts. You know how I like to do my Jerry Springer final thoughts. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I am sick of doing these Drake stories, but damn it, they offer such important lessons along the way. And there's a reason why these things keep presenting themselves. I think there's a masterclass happening right now. And hopefully those who are going to be in a position of influence are understanding how quickly that influence can be taken away. Whether it's you being deplatformed, whether it's you weaponizing your platform and being banned, whether it's you doing weird stuff to get weird cases and getting deplatformed. It doesn't matter what it is. I hope that you're saying that nobody is above the program. And if you don't know what the program is, you better start researching that now before you end up the next victim of it. Now, what's going on here is really interesting because it's a lot of stuff happening since Sunday. I mean, this whole year, matter of fact, damn it, we into the 13th year of February, and boy, oh boy, it's been one of those. But I do think that one thing that needs to be reiterated is the necessity of having people around you that you can not only trust, but people who won't lie to you. I'm grateful my wife is that way. My wife would tell me straight up, don't wear that. It don't look good. Change that thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? She's not afraid of offending me because I understand that behind that criticism is love. But when your ego is moving as strongly as it does for some of these people, can't nobody tell you nothing. You popping. You making money. I got more followers than you. I got more subscribers than you. And it's a shame they have to find out the hard way that doesn't mean shit in the currency of integrity. They're finding it out one by one. And not just them, but the people that they influence are finding out. Fuck around and find out. You're going to meet the wrong ones. You're going to meet the right ones on the wrong day. And some of y'all are figuring it out. It's just a block party on my Twitter right now. Thank God. Instagram too. It's a block party. But I'm starting to notice that people are speaking up that understand what's happening. I'm going to continue to reiterate it. Look. Drake, keep on walking around in your turquoise boots. It's your world. Just don't include us in it. Can you just go away? Just why are we getting an album right now? Just do what I already predicted you gonna do. Go talk to Gayle King and talk about how the entire industry attacked you and weaponized their influence to take you down. Go on there, drop some tears, go get the sympathy from the OVOers, get your primetime slot, and then let it be the beginning of a new era. No, he's just like, I saw a video this morning of a lady who was cleaning snow off of her driveway, and she did that shit that fucking Harry was doing on Home Alone. She just kept slipping. She just kept slipping. Why? Because she wouldn't just commit to the fall. Just fall down. Just fall down. Just fall down. Just fall. It's okay. Everybody falls down. Everybody hurt their ass. But if you keep trying to act like you're not falling, it makes the fall even worse, because now you might crack your head on the cement. I don't know, DIYers. Those are some of my thoughts. You let me know what y'all think. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Don't be greedy. Peace.